Hello, beautiful people. It's Celia Enhle here. Yo, good evening. It's yo. As for Enhle and services, women, guys, women will embarrass you just like men. Women will embarrass you. Women can embarrass you until like now. Hello, beautiful people. How are you? This is Celia Enhle. If you're coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, welcome. If you're a return subscriber, new subscriber, old subscribers, thank you so much for your support and choosing to subscribe to my channel. Guys, I'm shocked. I've recorded a video about Enhle and black coffee, about what was trending 2 days ago and yesterday. Unfortunately, I'm struggling with the network here. I'm at my mom's place in the Val, so we are struggling with network. There's no network, so I wanted to upload that video. At my first attempt of uploading the video, that's when I came across the video of Ndandom Dleche about endless exposure. Hey, my goodness. Then I visited Instagram. Hey, and then I found the news myself. Guys, women shall be the end of us. As we believe you, gang. We're gonna just one day so the story is about this lady, because right now I'm struggling with the phones. I will just upload later. I just want to give the background of the story, and then I'll do a voiceover reading all the drama pieces. Let me just give you a background. This lady decided to take to Instagram to expose Mbali. Yes, the Mbali, the actress, the Black Coffee's ex-wife, the lady that we supported with the protection order against Black Coffee. The very one. Enhle is said to be in a relationship with this ladies. I think her name is Vantino's husband, and it looks like it has been a while and they've known each other for a long time. They were friends, but the husband always wanted Enhle Mbali, and then she opted for black coffee because at the time black coffee was available, and her husband at that time was not there where Mbali would have wanted him to be. So apparently now that she has gone through the divorce, the husband rekindled the relationship with Mbali, the friendship or relationship, but it became a full-blown relationship to a point where they wanted to take Mbali as the second wife. Mbali and the husband suggested the idea to the wife, and the wife clearly refused, and you can tell that the things are not well between her and her husband because of the relationship that Mbali has with the husband. Guys, it's just it's shocking. It's shocking for a person that have felt the pain of betrayal in terms of infidelity in their own marriage to be the ones that are not afraid to inflict the same pain to another woman, and at the same time saying they're fighting for gender-based violence. And in my other video I do mention that cheating is one of the abuses. It's an emotional abuse. So now she is helping the husband to emotionally abuse the wife, knowingly so. And you can tell from her postings that actually she had an interaction with Mbali. They spoke about this and it looked like Mbali was gonna stop, but she clearly states that clearly it didn't stop. Now some people say it may be orchestrated by Black Coffee, since now the timing of this lady's expose happens at a time when Black Coffee decides that he will just um also blow up the thing and play victim himself. And now, just as people were like, you are a narcissist, you're not Black Coffee. People were telling him where to get off that. You have not apologized for what you have done to her. You have not done this and that. And then, boom! Here's a lady that says, I also have a painful thing to say about Enhle Mbali. Yo, guys, we are so shocked. It's shocking. I can't wait to hear Mbali talking about this. I can't wait to hear her side of the story. I can't wait to hear how she navigates her way out of this one. If it is true, it is disgusting. If it is true, it's hurtful, it's unlike her, then she would be living a life that is totally opposite to what she says she's fighting for. All right, let me read those texts as they are coming from Instagram, and at the end of the reading it will be a goodbye from me. So I have something very painful to say. Enhle Mbali Lotwa and my husband Justice Hani have been having an affair for years. They've been keeping this secret, and this year they finally decided to tell me. They decided to tell me because they wanted her to join our family as a second wife. They tried to make their affair look pretty. Unfortunately, you can't turn dirt into gold. I rejected and dismissed the proposal. I have never and never will agree to polygamy. This might be the way of life for others, but it's not what I want for my life. Having dismissed their polygamy proposal, they still continued with their relationship. I have few questions to ask Enhle. How is it okay for you to cry about Black Coffee cheating on you and then you go and do the same to another woman? How is it okay for you to cry about adultery, breaking up your family, and then turn around and do that to another family? You are a homewrecker. If polygamy is your thing, why didn't you ask Black Coffee to make his mistresses wives in your marriage and leave my marriage alone? Adultery is a form of abuse. How can you be an advocate for women while sleeping with my husband? You and my husband's actions have broken me. You are constantly quoting the Bible, preaching about the good mental health wellness, telling people to mind their own business as you are minding your own business. And yet you are in my business, taking part in breaking my marriage, in breaking another woman, in breaking up a family. How? You said you asked to be a second wife because you are not a homebreaker, and even apologized to me as soon as I told you that would never happen. And because you are not a homebreaker, you would stop, only to find out that it was all a lie. All the while you've been working on how to remove me from my marriage. You even said I should fight for my marriage. What kind of a twisted person are you? I said to you adultery can lead to sickness, HIV and STD. You responded by saying I shouldn't worry because you used a condom. How ignorant and misinformed. How are you? How are you, chairwoman, spokesperson for other women? How do you go through a painful divorce and act like the victim while sleeping with my husband? How do you look at your children in the eye, fully knowing you are breaking up another child's home like theirs was? How will you even begin to explain that to them? What are you teaching your boys? You had the affair during COVID. Every time my husband was sick from COVID, I was by his side. Thank God I never got sick. But how dare the both of you put my life, child's life, family members, your two sons' lives at risk, all for an affair? People's lives and marriages are not yours to break. How do you not have care and respect? 12 years ago, when my husband was broke, you didn't want him. You kept him in the friend zone. Then you found black coffee, got married, and never spoke to my husband since. During your divorce proceedings to black coffee, the two of you start talking again, calling each other best friends. And then all of a sudden, you found my successful husband attractive. You really know how to dig for gold. Young girls and women look up to you. Many people, including myself, felt for you during what seemed like a painful divorce, but you were busy administering the same pain to me. The audacity of it all. You are heartless. Anyway, I needed to get this off my chest, and I have. The silence was killing me. Well done on your achievement. You can now have a husband again. To my husband, I'm sorry I failed you as a wife. For years, you were cruel, broke me down. I was cold, distant, and I couldn't understand why. And the reason was you, physically and mentally. You could have passed on a disease. Even after the truth was out, your first instinct was to protect Enhle. You asked me not to expose her, but you say you love me. You never thought about how this would affect our child. His family his family has been ripped apart. You have broken his mother, but you say you love him. I can only imagine what both our families are going through. But you say you love them. I hope your pursuit of happiness is successful. Happy 10-year anniversary. I know some of you are thinking that this happens to everyone. Well, that's the problem right there.
My first thought was, what if they had given me HIV or an STD? I'm scared to go and get tested. This thing that they have done has truly messed with my head. Affairs of the heart should not be taken lightly. Much like physical abuse, people should think and really consider the pain they inflict in marriages and other relationships. The mental space is a fragile one. Let's stop normalizing mental pain. This thing kills slowly and silently in the midst of the loud selfishness of people. I feel like someone is kicking me in the chest every time I think about what my husband and Enhle have done. But I now have to be strong for my son.